Welcome to Brother, Sister, Whatever.
I'm Josh.
I'm Lisa.
And this is the end of an era.
Yep. We are saying goodbye to the most chaotic segment we've ever done, the weekly What If.
So today we're revisiting our 6 favorite questions and debuting 2 brand new ones to open and close this beautiful mess.
Yep. So, let's try a new one. Let's start with a new one, okay?
Okay.
So, Josh, if you had to live in one of your childhood imaginary worlds, or shows, or books, or games, where would you be and what would your, where would you be and what would your role be?
I'd probably be like Goku. And I would be on planet Earth. Saving the world once again from destruction. Yeah.
Yeah? That's what you would do?
For sure. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a Super Saiyan?
I would, you know what I would be? I would be a character from Sweet Valley High books.
I remember those books.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Maybe even Babysitter's Club. Just one of the books that I grew up with. Nancy Drew,
So
Solving
you want to
Crimes.
be like one of the popular kids?
No, I'd be the sidekick, actually. I wouldn't be the main character. I'd be the sidekick.
Why?
It's less, like, pressure. To be the sidekick, you know? It's like, the sidekick, you expect them to fuck up and, like, you know, say stupid stuff and not look great.
Oh my God.
I'm not main character vibes. I'm not.
Oh, you're too funny. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, maybe, but I feel like in my brain, I would be just A-okay with like sidekick vibes.
Cool.
Yep. Okay, so let's take a look at some of our favorite from this season. Okay. All right.
What if you woke up tomorrow in a completely different decade, past or future? Which one would you choose and why?
Actually, that's pretty easy for me.
Okay.
I would go back to the 90s.
Why?
Because that was my decade.
What do you mean it was your decade?
The music.
You were at like your happiest?
Yeah.
For me, I think it just automatically has to be the past. I think the way the world's going, I don't even want to look at going to the future. But I guess I would probably see. I'm thinking financially. I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go in the past because I'll know things that will happen.
Of course, you would do that. Yes.
So, but particular like decade for me, I'm probably. I have to say I'm probably my happiest right now, believe it or not, like in this era, or decade, I guess. But if I had to, I think, I miss, my 20s for some I miss, some I don't.
Yeah.
But I miss I just miss the experiences then, like, the commercials, even though we hated them, but like the commercials and like having to wait and, just all of those things that like everything is now. So for me, even going back in the 90s or even early 2000s, I don't think it was as cuckoo as it is now with the now stuff.
Absolutely not. Yeah, we definitely had to wait for a lot of things. There was a lot of like, I feel like our growing up, we had like a lot more imagination because we had to.
Well, yeah, we had to wait for everything.
You know what I mean? It was like boredom leads to imagination. There was a lot of boredom.
Yeah, so true.
Okay, so you would pick your 20s.
Yeah, so I guess that makes me what? That's 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
So 2000s.
So mid 2000s, yeah.
Around there.
All right. So What if you could instantly master any skill? What would you choose and why?
Okay, you first on this one.
Okay. I would learn all kinds of self-defense methods.
Okay.
Okay, like kung fu, jiu-jitsu, karate,
So
all
like
that
the
stuff.
Matrix, where they plug it in and it's just you instantly know all this
Yes.
stuff.
You know what? When I was thinking about skills, I was like, that like, who can forget that montage, right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Like downloaded. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember even like when they needed to like fly a chopper, it was like, they download it, boom, I know how to fly it now. Yeah.
Exactly. At its base, it's all about self-defense, knowing how to protect myself if I need to, that kind of thing.
For sure.
However, I think there's also a little bit of like a power. Like I would feel powerful. I feel like it would be really great for your like self-esteem to like know how to take care of yourself.
That's actually
in that way.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. That's
So,
awesome.
like, what about you? What skill would you master?
I'm very much into like just like profiling and psychology and that type of stuff.
Okay.
So I would love to just like become,
Like a guru?
Jordan Peterson, like boom, just that knowledge is like in my head.
Okay.
Like that would be pretty amazing.
Able to read people better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I read people pretty well because I work with people all the time. I guess I just mean more of like I'm able to like analyze them better.
Okay.
I mean, psychologists, that's technically
Yeah,
part
they're
of their,
analyzing. Yeah.
they're analyzing and like, oh, this is your problem, or this is what's going on with you, or so it would be fun to kind of have that skill. And it's funny that now that I just literally thought of it, because wanting that skill is actually very close to what I do already,
Okay.
but for dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of funny how, and also it makes me realize like, oh yeah, I guess it's not really far off from yours is far off. Like I would have not expected that. I would have thought maybe something to do with like business or like internet or like, like a webmaster or like graphic designer or something
really?
like that. But no, I did not think you were going to go for martial arts. So, but yeah, I guess mine is kind of, it's pretty boring, I guess. It's like in the same category of what I'm already doing. I analyze dogs every day, and then I mediate the families, the people, and in this case, I want to have that Jordan Peterson mind. That would be the skill, though, like to have his brain. I don't want to be him.
Specifically for
I don't want to be
brain.
him. But yeah, just the way he, like, just like.
Okay, but so why that skill specifically?
Like I said, I think it would be really wonderful to just understand people a little bit more on a deeper level, and not so much on just a surface level kind of thing.
What if everyone had to wear a visible meter showing their social battery level? It's almost like a bracelet that says, "Oh, I'm an introvert, extrovert, whatever." Okay, how would that change? How would that change social interactions?
Whoa. Well, I think it would change things a lot.
You think?
Yeah, I think it would. I'm kind of surprised actually, now that I think of it, that there isn't like that doesn't exist on like Facebook, like introvert, extrovert, or like think about it. It's true, like watch it be created now. Someone's listening to us, but yeah, I think it would change things a little bit. I mean, it's like anything really, right? Like in the sense of when you know more than you normally would about the stranger, you automatically, like, I don't know what to say, like, so for example, if I meet someone and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And oh, okay, your bracelet, and it says you're introvert, and when you say like battery, do you mean like it shows how much energy they have? like right now, like I'm at a one, like a 20%. So it's like, oh, I'm not going to talk to this person. This person has no energy right now. Or do you mean
No, I
like,
just think it's, or maybe. Yeah,
because
maybe.
yeah, I mean that would obviously, usually you find that out in a few moments after talking to the person,
Right. So
right?
that would
Like,
kind of
hey, my name's
preemptively.
Lisa. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. It's like, okay, their battery level is pretty low,
Yeah.
right? It might explain a few things though. So, meaning when you get that reaction, instead of maybe taking it personal, you might say, oh well, okay, look, see the battery level. Yeah.
That's a good point.
So
Didn't think of that. I think that depending on the person that you're talking about, uh, I think there's assholes everywhere. And
yeah,
so I don't think
I think we can all be an
there's,
asshole a little bit.
yeah, but I mean, I think there's assholes everywhere in the sense that they don't give a shit about your social battery level. I want this, or I need this, or we're whatever. They're coming with their own
Yeah, for sure,
stuff, right?
for sure.
So I think that would just be another thing to like.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it could be a good weekly what if then on that kind of grounds.
Okay, what?
Now imagine if it showed a list of everyone's boundaries.
Oh.
There's a bracelet with all the boundaries there, digital, boop, pops up like this, and it's just like, okay, these are all the boundaries.
Wow.
Imagine that. What if every comfort thing in your life suddenly became illegal?
Oh man.
What would you smuggle? Would you join the underground weighted blanket resistance? Which comfort item would break you if it disappeared?
Oh fuck.
Well, there's some great weekly what
Yeah.
ifs.
Yeah. Some good questions to make you think. Okay. So one of the things that like comfy things that I love is physical, right? Like it's the comfy pants that when you sit don't cut into your belly, those kinds. The blanket, the pillow strategically placed, like I mentioned before, the nook, right? The spot on the sofa, the best spot on the sofa. So those things to me, if that got taken away, it'd be a depressing fucking life.
It'd be sad.
It would be sad. I would obviously be on the hunt for new comfort things. It would have to be replaced because one cannot live without comfort things. Don't you think?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Okay. What about you? Well, first start by saying like what's your thing, what it would be that you would be giving up if you lost it, if it became illegal.
If it became illegal, something that's comforting, comfort of the comfort for me. Like food.
Okay, that's fine.
For
me,
so
it's a thing. For you,
me,
it's food.
For
Go
me,
for it.
like let's say, even though I don't have it often or anything, it's like if someone if it became illegal for me to have lasagna, like meat lasagna, like the old fashioned, like, oof, that would be
That'd be tough, eh?
that would be a tough one. So there's something about like. I can really stick to my diet and be really good, but if I get sick, I want to have those comfort foods, and so I'd say that that's probably my thing, where
Okay.
like yeah.
So that would be something you could smuggle.
Yeah,
For
I would
sure.
totally smuggle frozen
Yeah,
lasagnas.
right?
Yeah.
Oh man. What if you had to spend a full week completely offline living in nature? But there's like no phone, no tech, just the outdoors. Would you thrive? Would you just survive? Like what? How would you feel?
I think I would feel pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's something about wanting to disconnect.
Like this is under the impression I don't have to think about my business or anything.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
fuck all
Like
that shit.
or even like just like a week and like a week off kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I would thrive. I would thrive. You would thrive, no?
So here's the thing. Outdoors only? Ooh, there's like lots of bugs.
Well, I mean, you have a tent and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Like, I like the concept of outdoors.
Okay. There's people who love it. There's probably people who no, like it's not happening.
Yeah.
The one kind of outdoorsy thing that I can't do that people do, just because we're on the topic, is like, you know, the Antarctic outdoorsy people. The ones who will have pitch the tent on a mountain with like -40 and stuff. Like,
okay, yeah, that's extreme.
Like that's like those. I don't know how those guys do it.
Is it because of the weather?
Yeah, it's because of the cold.
Okay, I totally agree with that. Anything with the cold, I'm like, no, indoors for me. But here's the thing, I want to clarify that the weekly What If question said like outdoors, right? And would I thrive in that? Everything else about it, like the no tech, the just relaxing, disconnecting, I'm there for it. If it was like a glamping experience, where it's not necessarily like maybe you're in a cabin in the woods somewhere.
Okay.
That I would be like, yes, sign me up. But the pitching of the tent and, you know, the fucking like cooking hot dogs on tree branches and shit, not for me. Not for me.
Oh, you can take a harpoon and try to catch a fish.
Yeah, no.
What if you had to sit in a room with nothing but a chair for 8 hours? No phone, no music, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. Who cracks first? What weird thoughts show up?
That gives me like padded room vibes, you know, like in like one of those asylums, you know. Oh man, there's something about that kind of feels really like nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like really, oh, okay. Like almost like I could breathe a sigh of relief and just like be. I think I don't. I'll be honest though, like I don't know like nothing, like not even like birds chirping kind of shit. I don't know. It seems a lot. I don't know if I'd be able to do a whole 8 hours.
I mean, I guess technically it's kind of like a jail cell, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's giving like.
So you don't really have anything to do.
Yeah.
You know, and you
Fuck,
know, no
even
phone,
jail
no
cells have
music,
TVs, don't they?
or books at
Something,
least,
yeah.
right? So yeah.
I think it would be nice to experience that once.
Yeah, or it doesn't have to be in that context, right? Like in that sense. I mean, it could be like what? Like camping is technically not far from that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, you can do stuff, right? It's not, well, no, we're not even saying that you can't do stuff. You just, you know, there's nothing.
Well, that's like, you can't, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, but like you can still move around or like pace.
Oh, yeah, you could exercise.
Right,
do some
I
jumping
guess,
jacks.
right? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be nice to experience once. I don't think it would be something that I would be able to, first of all, would be able to do all the time. But also if it's something that I would really need or want to do all the time. And for like a full 8 hours, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I'd be good
without doom scrolling?
Without doom scrolling, there's like nothing, right? So I would be okay with one time to try it out. Just to see, you know? It'd be funny to see what you would come out of it with, like what revelations about yourself, what thoughts, like because you have nothing else to do but think.
It's true.
In some scenarios, it might not be the best thing. Sometimes you might not want to be thinking too much.
You know, you sparked something too. I remember there was I forget who said it though, but there's a certain hour, right?
Like a witching hour?
No, but there's a certain hour, like if you go past that, all of a sudden your mind like turns inwards, you know, like you start just thinking about other things, I guess, but it's all like from within. Oh. It's like a meditation You know, so it's like after like the 13th hours or something like that, you know, all of a sudden like you have like this enlightenment in the sense of like, you know, what you're thinking about or not thinking about kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
So
that sounds like something I'd be
maybe,
into.
Maybe the 8 hours could do us some good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Challenge.
Challenge, yeah. Wow. Talk about a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Some of those were pretty funny. Have to say. All right, so how about we close it out with another new one?
All right, so if your sibling had to narrate your next big life milestone in Morgan Freeman style,
okay,
what would that sound like?
So if you were Morgan Freeman's voice and you had to narrate a part of my life,
yeah.
Shit. It'd be something like, and I'm not going to even bother imitating Morgan Freeman because he's classic and you can't even touch him. But it would be something like, and there she goes. Sad again. Eating another cookie.
Oh my gosh.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Something random, you know? Planning another event that's going to fail.
Oh, come on. Jesus, Murphy. What is this? The negative podcast?
The negative ninny.
Jeez.
No. I don't know, man. That one's tough. It's just like if somebody was narrating your life, it'd be pretty mundane, I'd have to say. Just be like,
you know,
it's the same shit every day, pretty much.
You know who popped into my head, but I don't remember the show, and I don't remember I don't remember the name of the show, but I remember we were really young.
Okay, what?
But there was that family show. It was always a narrator talking about like something that happened. It like speaking about the boy, you know. Oh man, it's gonna drive me crazy. That narrator voice. That's the narrator voice I would choose for you, as opposed to Morgan Freeman.
Okay,
But
and what would it say?
I can't remember the freaking. We were young. Like I vaguely remember
So
it.
it had to have been the 80s.
And it was that iconic, bigger guy. He's always angry, and he was the dad.
Yes, Kevin and
Yes, Kevin rings a bell.
The Wonder Years.
Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps.
The Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good show.
Am I right?
Yeah.
There was a narrator.
Yeah. He was.
Who was that?
It was Kevin as an adult narrating himself, his life.
But who's the actor behind the adult voice?
Oh shit. Okay.
Because it wasn't him, was it?
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't the kid.
No. Okay, hold on. Let me look this up. Wonder Years narrator.
Isn't it funny how that voice kind of...
Daniel Stern. That guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Daniel Stern.
Who was voicing the adult version of Kevin Arnold.
That's it.
The Wonder Years.
And that dad, man.
He was so good.
He was so good.
That fucking show. Holy shit.
Yeah, The Wonder Years. I wonder if I can find it.
Yes, you
How many
can.
seasons?
Because in the last decade, I wanted to rewatch it, and I did.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I will find out where I got it.
Nice. How many seasons? A lot of seasons?
There's like 5 or 6, I think.
Nice.
Okay. And so what would I say as this narrator?
Oh, I don't know. But it would be something, I mean, I kind of remember it being relatively negative. You know what I mean? Like the you know, like
so what
he's
is
just
this?
like,
The
he's
negative
just like,
show?
I guess, yeah. He's just staring at his dad, you know, because his dad said something, and then the narrator speaks, you know, da 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 da, and you're just like, oh well,
Yeah.
shit again.
Shit again.
You know, like.
Oh, I love it. Oh, now I want to go watch that show. Damn. Okay. Well, this is a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Okay, let's see. All right. Well, we lay you to rest, weekly What If segment. It was fun while it lasted.
It was.
But new season coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what that means? New segments.
New segments, new lots of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So-
we're really excited to get started. So you'll have to stay tuned.
And we have some really cool things that we have not shown you yet. So trust me, you're going to want to stick around.
Yep. All right, guys. I hope you have a great week, and we will see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.